Ever since the migrant situation came up, it's been what they call a juicy topic. And it's migrants this, migrant that. Everybody knows I talk about it. A lot of people talk about it. Philly hits it. He's still been hitting it. But I noticed that everybody will talk about the migrant situation, negative stuff, stuff that happens in the hood, who created hip hop and who was there when they was doing breakdancing. But it's only a couple of people doing stuff that I'm doing. And that's the reason why I don't get a lot of views, is because people don't want to hear about it, or people are too scared to talk about it, or people are too upset to talk about it. And that's the homeless crisis in America. You got homeless people in America, and then you got homeless people abroad, meaning homeless people all over the world. And when you talk about the homeless situation and people losing their jobs and people living paycheck to paycheck, and they always said you're one paycheck away from being homeless, they are not playing around, or they're not joking. And I've been tackling this homeless situation for a long time. You know, a lot of people don't like really hearing it because maybe maybe they was homeless themselves and they don't want to bring back memories, or some people just have what they call a heart of ice, meaning that they're cold. They don't really care about other people's problems and what happening to them. But the same thing that's happening to that person can happen to you. And you know, when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was in office, they could have done something about the homeless situation. When Obama was in office, he could have done something about the homeless situation. When George Bush was in office, he could have did it, and so on and so forth. But nobody really tackled the homeless situation. Everybody was worried about congestion prices. Everybody is worried about the planet giving more money to the earth and stuff, and making building a better train system, and they're giving money to all these situations, but nobody's saying what happened to the homeless people. North Carolina, Florida, and other places just was destroyed. And instead of helping these people out, these people was really pushed to the side, and they was disrespected by saying, we'll give you $750 a family, but you have to qualify for it. Not only do you have to qualify for it, you have to pay that money back. But when the migrants came here, they gave the migrants everything, and they welcomed them with open arms. With open arms, they welcomed them. This is what they did. They gave them accommodations. They gave them food stamps. They gave them cash. They gave them all of this. And then the migrants just don't have that. They also have people advocating for them. People said they would go to jail if Donald Trump and ICE and Tom Homan comes and interferes. They will go to jail to protect these people. But nobody's protecting the homeless. You notice this? A lot of people really don't. I mean, I see some content creators, doing stuff about the homeless, but it's not a lot. And I live in a pretty decent area in Passaic, New Jersey, right? And so far, I've seen 3 homeless people. Never seen them before. Now there's 3 homeless people. From what I'm hearing, they're not from Passaic, but they wandered over here. And now, FEMA, for some reason, tried to slide New York City $59 million to house more migrants. Like, this migrant stuff is out of control now. Everything is migrant, illegal alien migrant, and it has to stop now. Now people have to start focusing on homeless people and focusing on how you're going to make it in this country, our beautiful country, America, where things are being overpriced. There's a couple of people on YouTube talking about gentrification. Personally, I don't care who I live around, but now they're saying if your neighborhood where you live at, if it becomes gentrified, now the prices are going up. Now everything goes up, and I've seen it happen. I've seen where the prices was low, and then when it became a multicultural area, that's when the prices went through the roof. All of this money that they're spending on wars and helping Ukraine and with the migrants, do you know all that money could have been to America where you could have made all type of neighborhoods, took all the homeless people, put them up and gave them jobs and gave more people added, took some of that money and put it in companies and told the companies, this is for you so you can give your employees $30 and $35 an hour because we know everything is going high. You can give them a raise. You have no excuses, no excuses. You can't say you ain't got the money. We're going to give you a certain amount of money for how many employees are there, and now you can give them employees a raise because they're having a hard time, paying rent and food and gas and electric and cell phones and cable and Wi-Fi and transportation and food and stuff, everything. You're going to give them this amount of money. We calculated it, how much employees you have, and how much you're paying them. Now we're going to throw this in there. Now you have no excuse where you can't get them raised because that's for your employees. And we want to see that they have raises. This is what they could. I'm seeing that they're throwing money at other people and they're turning their back on America like this. They're turning their back on homeless people like this. They're turning their back on veterans like this. And I'm noticing, I understand we have the migrant situation. I greatly understand that, and I talk about it too. But now I'm trying to focus on homelessness, man, because what's everybody doing? They're shutting the homeless people out of this equation. They're shutting the homeless veterans out of the equation. They're shutting down people that's only, how mathematically do you think $16 an hour is going to help you out in this economy? $16 an hour is going to help you out in this economy. And they know this is not going to help you out. So then what happens is you have less money an hour, you have more crime. Because even people that work, a lot of them are still committing crime. A lot of them, I see people getting busted. You got mothers and fathers walking into supermarkets and stuffing stuff in their bag with the cart that they already have, but they're stuffing items in their bag and everything else. I see people do this, and these are people that work hard, but their thing is, I have to worry about my family. So I'm gonna work and I'm gonna become a thief too. I mean, you have it where because of this bird flu, now the eggs went up $13. Some places are $14. And before you know it, a carton of eggs gonna cost you $20. A gallon of milk is damn near 10. Some people said, in where they live at, it's $10 an hour. $10 for a gallon of milk. So I understand we have this migrant situation and other stuff, but if we don't start focusing more on homelessness and how we're gonna help feed them and feed ourselves, we're in trouble. Because this migrant situation is never gonna end. Let's just be honest, it's never gonna end. It's gonna take Trump his 4 years and probably somebody else 4 years to get these people out because you have too many people that's advocating that want them to be here. And these people that's advocating, they don't care about other people that's here already, that's hungry. They don't care because nobody's fighting hard for them. I am. I'm trying to fight as hard as I'm trying to get the word out there. I'm trying to get the word out there, and other people are trying to do the same thing. Right now, I'm going to forget about the migrant situation right now. Forget about them. Philly Don got this. My brother, he got the other people got that. Now I'm going to be the spokesperson for homeless people. And I'm going to start going out and seeing if I can talk to them because I've tried talking to some talk, but for some reason, some don't want to say nothing. Some are so disgusted because people probably gave them and sold them a dream of what they're going to do, and they're still in the street. There's no possible way that these people been in the street all these years, but people walking here with no papers, no nothing, and they got everything. They got everything handed to them, and these people been in the street. And like I said, I've tried talking to them. Some of them talk to me, some of them, but some of them are so frustrated and they're so upset. They don't want to say anything to me. I tried talking to a homeless couple as I was going to work about 3 months ago. And they was laying there, two Caucasians, because everybody's homeless. This is not no color or race thing. Everybody of all ethnicities are homeless right now, or living in the street trying to figure out their next meal, trying to figure out what's going to happen. So I tried talking to him. The guy was talking to me, but the girl didn't want to say nothing. The girl was crying, say, please just leave us alone. We're tired of hearing that. And I said, I understand. And the guy looked at me and said, I'm so sorry. I understand. You was trying to talk nice, but she just don't want. She was like, just please get the H out of here. And I understand people probably promised to get them off the streets and they never got off the streets. They never got off the streets. I mean, the guy's a good guy. He tries to do everything to try to get his woman and him off the street, but it's hard right now. But what's disgusting about this whole thing with the homeless is that everybody is advocating and talking about the migrants. I don't want to really hear about the migrants no more because what they did is criminal, and it's going to take a long time for them to be removed. I don't want to hear about the migrants anymore. What I want to hear about is people still talking about what are they going to do with these homeless people, about people getting raises on their job to eat. Because when the COVID came, a lot of people was laid off. People stayed home, and then when it came, when the businesses started open back, some people got their job, but some people were still, going on food lines as they work, and people do that now. I see people take their cars after work and go to these food lines to get food, and they're working. They pull up in their van and their car and their station wagon, their truck, just to get extra food to eat. And these are working people. Like, so a lot of people said, you're one paycheck away for losing everything. And I'm looking down the line, I'm saying, look at all these people that's not eating. I'm so blessed. I got a job. I live in a furnished room. And I'm blessed by the Lord. But you know what? The Lord sees everything, and he's going to put a stop to all this madness very soon. The Lord is going to put a stop to all this madness very soon. But me, I don't really want to hear about the migrants no more. I don't. I'm not going to even do nothing about the migrants no more. I'm going to focus on homeless people. That's where I'm going to focus, because they need somebody to shine some light. They need some light to be shined on them. They don't want to be the forgotten here, and that's what's going to happen if people just talk about other stuff besides the homeless. Straight off the rip, they're going to be the forgotten if nobody shines a light on them. There's too many people out here living paycheck to paycheck and homeless, living in streets and don't know when their next meal. They can't even take a bath. Some of them say, I'm so embarrassed because I never smelled like this, but I smell. So that's why I don't really want to talk to you or get next to you. And I'm like, I don't care. They, no, it's me. I don't want you to have that funk and the smell that you're about to get right now. I don't want that. So if you want to talk to me from a distance. Straight up. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Help me get to 18,000, but help me get this out and try to help the homeless, man. They need advocates too. If these people from other countries have advocates that live here, and these advocates really don't care about the people here, because if they did, they would do something. They don't care about them, but I do, because my mother cared. This is Big Hawk, that Yonkers native. Shout out to the brother Philly Dom for doing his thing. Shout out to my spiritual sister Angela and Mashawn Denique. American Max out there in DR giving the word. Shout out to my brother Nathan. He always sends me a cash app, and he did it again. This guy is a wonderful person, man. Shout out to Big Oss. He's out in California. Big Oss, I need to come and see you. Like you mean, you said we're gonna put something together so we can go to Skid Row, and I can maybe talk to them. Maybe the people in Skid Row will talk to me, because New York is kind of different. They're kind of distant, but I'm gonna still keep trying. If I don't talk to them, at least I'm gonna film them and let you know and see what type of situation they. And I'm gonna start that tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Probably Saturday, because tomorrow I have to go do something. But yes, shout out to the brother Ace Live, man. Ace Live and Check in Effect. Those people right there, they take care of homeless people, and they take care of people who are struggling in other countries. They do this, and I give them that so much love for Check in Effect and Ace Live. I'm out of here.